Hey guys, it's Jessie. So today I thought I would do an affordable makeup look. I have some new products that I want to try out, and I also have some old products that I haven't used in a while that I want to play with. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to prime with my NYX Pore Filler. I took kind of an unintentional week off. The last week was just totally crazy. I had a lot of family stuff going on, and also we decided to demolish our staircase, which means that all the stuff downstairs in our house is just sort of everywhere. So I haven't been able to even like wade into this room in order to film, and also every weekend Ben's just been working on that, so it's just been loud and I haven't had a chance to film. Since the time change yesterday, I feel just like super energized because I feel like I get an extra hour of sleep. I was up and out at like 6:30 this morning, which is nuts. I usually lay in bed till at least like 7:30. But this morning I was like up, I was out, I had my coffee, and I am like super energized. So for foundation today, I have the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I've been hearing a lot of good things about this, so I picked it up when I was at Target the other day. I picked up the shade Nude Beige. I'm not sure if this shade is going to work or not, but we'll play with it and see how it goes. This is a foundation with vitamins, plus broad spectrum SPF 20, lightweight full coverage makeup, oil free, all those good things. I know what you're thinking. Why do you keep buying foundations when you have so many? I ask myself that question every time, but I don't know. I just love trying out new foundations, so I just can't help myself. Okay, to put this on, I'm gonna use my Morphe M439, which is this really dense foundation brush. I love this brush. I kind of waited all day to film this because I'm waiting for my Sephora VIB order to arrive, and I was really wanting to film that haul, but obviously it hasn't been delivered yet, so that will be my next video. This foundation has a really interesting smell to it, kind of perfumey, not bad like the Wet n Wild foundation. That smells so terrible. This is just kind of like florally. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not good at describing scents. I don't know, I've seen so many people talking about this online and talking about how awesome it is, so I had to put it to the test. The real girl test. Okay, so here's what it looks like after one pass through. It's interesting because it doesn't say what the finish is in the bottle, but I would say that this is kind of a natural dewy finish. It's definitely not matte, but it's not super dewy. It just looks pretty natural. I would say this foundation is actually probably really comparable to the Milani Conceal and Perfect, which if you've been watching my videos, you know I've been using that almost exclusively. I'm obsessed with that foundation. And I think this is actually really a similar formula to that. It looks the same on my skin. So I'm a fan. So far, so good. Okay, so for concealer, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. This is the only item I don't have an affordable option for, and that is because I really only use the Tarte Shape Tape. And I know there's plenty of drugstore concealers that are great. I just don't have any on hand, so I'm just gonna use a tiny amount of Tarte Shape Tape. And then I'm just blending that in with this little Morphe copper brush. This is the exact same brush as the Morphe M436. It just doesn't have a name on it. I'm also going to contour a little bit with my Wet n Wild MegaGlo contour stick. This is in the shade Call Me Maple. I swoop it up a little bit, contour those cheekbones. And to blend that out, I'm going to take my Morphe M436, my named brush. So you know I love my beauty blender, but for the last couple weeks I've actually been using the big Morphe foundation brush to apply my foundation, and I've been using a lot more brushes instead of my beauty blender, and I don't know, I've really been liking it. I'd like to say that I had a really deep meaning for why I've been using brushes lately, but the truth is my beauty blenders are all really dirty and my beauty blender solid is kaput. And so I've been waiting for the new one to come in, and so I haven't been able to clean my beauty blenders. Real problems, guys. Real problems. So the more I look at this foundation on my skin, I really like the color on me. I think it might be like a hair too dark, but I think if I went a shade lighter, it would be too light. So not really quite sure what I'm gonna do about that. Okay, to set underneath my eyes, I'm gonna take the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder. I have not used this in a minute, but I like it. Am I the only one who feels like we're on a freight train just barreling towards the end of the year? It feels like the last 2 months and even the last couple of weeks have just flown by in an instant, and I do not like it. For my brows, I have another new product to try out. I picked this up the other day as well. It's the Revlon Brow Fantasy brow little duo thing. My CoverGirl Easy Breezy brow gel mascara that I use constantly was running a little low, and so I went to like look at what other kind of brow products there were because I'm waiting for my new brow definer to be delivered to my Sephora order. So I saw this and I thought I would give it a try, something a little different. It has a pencil on one end, and then on the other end it has a little spoolie and some gel. I picked up the shade Dark Brown. They were a little limited on color options, so this is what I got. I have to admit I was a little worried about this color, but it is actually perfect. I sometimes have a hard time with colored brow products because my hair is so dark brown, it's almost black. And a lot of the like dark brown colors have a lot of like red in them, and my hair has I have no red in my hair at all. So I need like a really deep dark like chocolatey brown, and that's kind of hard to find sometimes. Okay, so there's just with the pencil, and then we're gonna go in with the gel side. That is not bad at all. I think it looks really natural. I really like the way that my brows look using this. Very interesting. Might be a new favorite product. For eyeshadow today, I'm gonna use my Morphe 3502 palette. I've been using this off camera a ton, and I haven't even used it on camera that much, which is crazy. This is definitely an affordable product. This I think is $23 for 35 eyeshadows. That's crazy. I think I want to do a mostly brown tone eye look today. So I'm going to start by going into the shade Flux. And I'm just taking this into my crease, and then I'm running it also down onto my eyelid. Next, I'm going to go into the shade Stone. I'm taking the same brush, and I'm basically just doing the same thing. I just want to deepen up where I put that first color. I don't know why today, I'm just into like a very nude look. I painted my nails and I did kind of like a nudish look on my nails, which I hardly ever do. I love putting bright, crazy colors on my nails, and just today I wasn't feeling it. And then kind of the same thing for my eyes. Usually I do some kind of pop of color or something, but today I'm just really feeling kind of this neutral, skin tony kind of brown look. Bear with me. Okay, next I'm gonna pick up the shade Toast, and I'm switching over to this Luxie 207 angled brush. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know that for Halloween I dressed up as kind of a demonic zombie Girl Scout, something like that. I ended up kind of just throwing that together last minute, which is what usually happens. I had lots of ideas, and then of course came down to the last minute and I was rushing to find something and put together. Ben went as a zombie, and we got a makeup kit from Party City, and then I did the makeup on him, and it actually surprisingly turned out so good. It was like a $20 kit and it was worth every penny. It came with liquid latex and fake blood and like 4 different paint colors and like sponges and these like bite applique things and spirit gum. and I just thought it looked really, really cool. And then for the inside corner of my eye, I'm just gonna pick up a little more of that Fit Me powder that I used. I don't really want a lot of color. I just sort of want it to look natural. And I'm gonna just take a flat brush and work a little bit in there. So it just looks like it naturally fades into that outer corner. And I'm gonna take a little bit of that same powder and run that underneath my brow for a little brow highlight. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that Toast shade and just blend out that outer corner. So off camera, I went ahead and did my under eye basically the same way I always do it. I used the flat definer and picked up that Toast shade and put that on my lash line, and then I took a little bit of the Flux color and blended it out, and then used my Ardency In Monster Black eyeliner in my lower waterline. I thought about using liquid eyeliner on my top eyelid, but actually I think I'm gonna go in with shadow instead. I want more of a natural look. I'm gonna pick up that Wiz shade in the 3502 palette, which is the matte black shade. And I pick a little bit of that on my flat definer, and I'm just gonna start working that in as close to my lash line as I can get. And I'm gonna keep that mostly on the outer corner out here. Kind of just blend that up, smudge it out. And then when there's not as much product on my brush, I'm gonna move it inwards a little bit. And then I'm just gonna blend that out so there's not really a line. I just want it to look kind of smudgy and smoky. And then for mascara, I'm gonna use my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. Okay, I'm done with my eyes. I'm ready to finish up my face. For bronzer, I'm gonna use the Milani Bronzer XL All Over Glow. I know I used this a couple weeks ago and I didn't totally love it, but I'm gonna give it a second chance because that's just the kind of person I am. I'm gonna go into this darker side over here though, exclusively. The other reason I'm using it is because I don't like hardly any drugstore bronzers. I just don't. They just look bad on me. There's no other way around it. So I am rapidly closing in on my 100th video, and I'm trying to think of what I should do for my 100th video. I want to do something, a special look or something. I don't really know what I want to do. But if you have any ideas, leave them in the comments down below. For blush, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Princess Daquiris Ombré blush. Just a little bit to add a little pink back into my cheeks. I really love the way these eyes turned out the more I look at it. I feel like it's a very natural, kind of subtle glam. And this might be my new signature eye look. And then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of highlight. Of course, I'm using my Milani Summer Glow. If there's an affordable makeup look, or really any makeup look, I'm obviously gonna be using this highlighter. I'm just going in very lightly. I love a blinding Cupid's bow. I don't know why I can't help it. I just love that. So one of the best things about a neutral eye look like this one is really you could do just about any color lip with this. You could do a really dark kind of rusty red. That would look really nice. You could do a really like pale kind of baby pink nude color. That would look great. I think I'm gonna do sort of a bolder nude color. So I'm gonna start by lining my lips with my NYX Nude Beige liner. I love this lip liner because I feel like I can exaggerate my natural lip shape just a little bit with this, and without looking too crazy, it just easily kind of blends into my natural lips. And then over top of that, I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop Lippie Stick in the shade Ziggie. This is one of the matte NYX shades. And this was from the Persuade Me collection. Okay, so that shade actually had a lot more color in it than I intended, so I'm going to take a tissue and just blot that down a little bit. And then I'm going to go over it with a little bit of Hotline. Okay, and to finish everything off, I'm just going to set my face with a little bit of Morphe setting spray. Okay, and here's the finished look. I have to say that I love the way that this eye and lip combo kind of came together. I love the way it looks. I feel like this would be a really great kind of daytime natural glam look, but if you wanted to transition it into a night look, all you'd have to do is pop on some fake lashes and maybe an even bolder lip, and I think that would look really great too. And I think this would look good on just about every skin tone, every eye shape, just everybody. And I think it's maybe one of my favorite looks that I've done in a while. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.